Good evening. You're watching the news on Croatian television. The Constitutional Court has ruled that the so-called Lex Agrokor is in line with the Constitution. The court also announced the rejection of 12 proposals asking for specific provisions of the law to be evaluated, including one filed by Agrokor founder Ivica Todorić, who claims the law violated his basic human rights. 3 of the 13 standing judges gave dissenting opinions.
The Constitutional Court has ruled that the law was formulated with a legitimate goal, to protect the operational sustainability of companies of systemic importance to the Republic of Croatia in order to avoid any negative effects on the economy, as well as the social and financial stability of Croatia, which could occur as a result of the sudden stop or discontinuation of operations of such companies.
Members of the ruling HTZ welcome the news, saying the court's decision confirms the legitimacy of the government's actions. Meanwhile, the SDP opposition said they do not agree with the decision, but would respect it.
Today's decision by the Constitutional Court confirms that the government's proposed legislation, which was confirmed by the Croatian Parliament, was the correct decision. I hope that the ongoing process of solving the major crisis that affected Agrokor will continue in the right direction, and that Agrokor will again be successful and develop together with their suppliers. The Constitutional Court ruled that Lex Agrokor was in line with the Constitution. In this regard, the court simply did its job and nothing more. The court didn't say whether Lex Agrokor was good, bad, or could have been better, and it especially failed to say whether the law was applied correctly.
The government is looking to improve the overall efficiency of state assets, beginning with the better management and lower expenditures at state-owned companies. Many problems continue to plague the system, said State Assets Minister Goran Marić, but none more so than the unlawful use of state-owned apartments and commercial properties.
We are preparing a major action in conjunction with the State Attorney's Office. Thousands of eviction notices will be filed because we have thousands of cases of unlawful usage. Some people say that they've been there for 20 years. Yes, for 20 years they've been occupying someone else's property.
General elections will be held in Bosnia and Herzegovina on October 7th. The elections will proceed despite some provisions of the current electoral law being ruled unconstitutional. The Croatian National Assembly wants the election law changed to correct the obvious flaws, but not so close to the upcoming elections.
We are preparing for the elections following the announcement by the Election Commission, and now it's up to us to win. Regarding the solving of existing issues, it's something all sides must come together to decide upon. But contrary to what some people have advocated for, changing the election law 150 days before the election would destroy the country's legal framework.
The honorary Bleiburg platoon presented an updated code of conduct in order to maintain the dignity of Saturday's commemoration of the victims killed in Bleiburg, Austria, and the subsequent death march in the wake of the Second World War. Symbols and slogans associated with the Axis powers and their allies are strictly forbidden, as well as the sale of alcohol. Violations could result in deportation.
Croatian police will be there at the request of Austrian police, and this is not the first time. Obviously, they cannot function in the same capacity as they do at home, but they will be there to help their Austrian colleagues.
Parliament Speaker Gordan Jandroković visited the town of Daruvar in the surrounding area, where he opened a business incubator for small startup IT firms in Garešnica. One of the main goals of the project is to strengthen cooperation with companies inside and outside Croatia. The speaker also noted how the town would benefit from the government's fiscal policies.
It has been brought to my attention that due to the government's tax policies, this year the city of Garešnica will have 7 million kuna more in income tax revenues. At the same time, through access to more EU funds, the city's budget has the potential to grow by some 60 million kuna.
Taking a quick look at sports, with only 2 rounds left in the domestic football league, Dinamo failed to secure their 19th league championship after losing today to crosstown rivals Lokomotiva 3-1. Despite the loss, Dinamo continues to lead in the standings with 70 points. The weather forecast for tomorrow calls for partly sunny skies but less stable. as rain and thunderstorms are expected along the Adriatic coast and the surrounding area. Northern and eastern areas of the continent are expected to remain sunny and dry. A strong northeasterly wind will blow near the Velebit Channel, while moderate winds of varying directions will prevail in other areas. Morning lows of 6 to 10 degrees inland and from 14 to 19 on the coast will give way to highs of 20 to 25 degrees Celsius around the country. No major changes in weather are expected by the end of the week, as mostly sunny skies and warm temperatures will continue. Areas of the continent can expect an increased chance of passing rain and thunderstorms. Slightly unstable weather will continue along the coast with intermittent rain until Friday. A northeasterly wind will prevail along northern areas of the coast, while the south can expect a northwesterly and southwesterly.
And that brings us to the end of our program. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow night.